Yes, dear viewers, actually, I'm really sorry for coming late because actually I was stuck in my Facebook. I could not open the live session in my mobile. So, definitely, I'm really sorry for the delay. So, we'll be starting our live session now. Actually, first of all, I'd like to welcome you all to this live session. And if you're watching this live session, please share this live session in your timeline so the people who are interested to study in Canada, they could be benefited through this live session for study in Canada. And definitely, actually, first of all, I'd like to say about something that sometimes you are looking for success, right? Sometimes everyone wants to be successful, everyone wants to become successful, and they want success actually. And you know that to become successful, you need to discover your talent. Every human being has some talent, and they need to discover their talent, their passion, what where they are feeling comfortable, where they love to do, what they love to do, what they like to do, where they feel comfortable to do the things. And you need to execute your talent in a proper way, in a proper place, so that you can be successful. That's very important, to find, to discover yourself. That's very important. And honestly speaking, Canada is such a platform, Canada is such a country, Canada is such a place where you can explore your creativity, your talent, and you can explore in your own way. If you would like to become anything you want to become, you can do it in Canada. So today we have a very special guest, and today we have a live session with University of Lethbridge. It's a public university based in Alberta, and very fantastic university so far I have seen, and they have very fantastic programs as well. And today we have Vidhi with us, who is the international recruitment manager of South Asia of University of Lethbridge. So Vidhi, welcome you in today's
Thank you.
live show. Can you hear
Thank you.
me?
Yes, I can hear you, Sayed.
Okay. So how are you, Vidhi?
I am doing very well, Sayed. Thank you for such a warm welcome. A very
Okay.
happy Ramadan to you and the viewers. And I know Eid is just around the corner. It is really sweet of students and you for conducting such sessions for for the betterment of the students and giving them an opportunity to still find a ray of hope into studying abroad.
Exactly. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation to come over here to join a live session. And so far, I know that you have visited last time in Dhaka in March. And so, how did you feel? How did you experience Dhaka?
Oh, it just felt like I was at a home away from home actually. So it
Okay.
didn't feel like that I was in a different place. The people were very warm, welcoming. Meeting you, it was like it didn't feel like that we met for the first time,
Wow.
and it was
That's
a
my pleasure.
pleasure. And it was a pleasure meeting your team as well. They're so hardworking. The counselors have been putting in so much effort for
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And definitely, we had a wonderful time with you in Prominent as well. And you were so lucky that I think you left on 10th of March, just before the lockdown started.
Yeah,
So it was a very good luck for you that you actually
yeah.
left
I
before the
made it.
lockdown.
Yeah, I made it home right on time before the lockdown was actually very active, and uh, it wouldn't have been possible if I would have been a late by a day or two more.
Exactly, exactly. So Vidya, I think this is one kind of second time experience in live session, right?
Yes,
So are you nervous?
I am a bit.
Right. Okay. So we'll discuss together all the things about University of Lethbridge. So, dear
Definitely.
viewer, please be with us. Be with us till next 1 hour. We will discuss everything with some attractive videos of Lethbridge. You will love those videos, and definitely, Vidhi will be here to discuss everything with you about according. I mean, regarding university, campus, courses, entry requirements, scholarships, co-op, and how to settle down in Canada. Vidhi will tell about all these matters. Just wait for a few moments and be with us. And if you have any question on live, you can ask. Please put your academic details, passing year, and IELTS requirement, sorry, IELTS score, so that we can help you to give your answer of your question. So definitely, Vidhi, before starting the serious topics, before starting the discussion, let's have a video. It's a quite longer video, but you will love this video. It's a very fantastic video. I love this video very much. So let's have the video first.
Thank you. Sure.
I graduated high school in 2012, which was a year after the Syrian war started. I started studying architecture, which was my childhood dream all along, in the University of Damascus. I studied there for a year, but the war was getting worse and worse, so I had to move to Jordan. It was really unsafe because you get recruited with either the military or the opposite side, like the militias. So you have to like choose. The situation just kept getting worse and worse. So like every time I leave the house, I'm not sure if I'm gonna return or not. I had bigger dreams for myself and bigger aspirations, so I started applying for scholarships overseas, like in Europe and Canada. And this is how I found out about the WESC program at the University of Lethbridge.
My name is Allison Davey, and I'm a third-generation potato farmer from Tabor, Alberta. Our farm is North Paddock Farms. We grow just over 2,000 acres total of all irrigated crops, and of that, about 500 is potatoes. Working with the university has been beneficial to Southern Alberta because the research isn't coming out of Ontario or PEI or Manitoba. It's coming straight from right here in Alberta. I've had the opportunity to work with some of the researchers at the university face to face and express my concerns for what is actually relevant in this area.
It's practical research done here in Southern Alberta. It's researching problems that we as growers in Southern Alberta have, and it allows us to have a hands-on program right in our own backyard.
We are experiencing in our generation a doubling of the number of people who are going to develop Alzheimer's disease and a tripling of the costs. One of the things that's becoming clear is that neuroscientists can't understand the disease alone, clinicians can't understand the disease alone, biochemists can't either. We need to work together at several different levels.
People in CCBM observe the problem macroscopically. Instead, we are looking what's happening inside the brain cells. And in this way, we can tackle the problem from all different levels, starting from the cell up to the organism.
I've seen the impact that it has on a person and on their loved ones, and it's devastating. You basically watch a human being, a person, dissolve as a result of a disease process that's taking place in their brain. To me, there's no more important disease to understand and to stop.
I'm just incredibly honored that this extraordinary art collection is coming to the University of Lethbridge. It's an honor that we've been entrusted with the care of these important works of art. They're important certainly for people who live in Alberta, but important for all Canadians as well.
The new science building has been intentionally and purposely designed to create collisions, to encourage new kinds of collaborations by bringing people and resources together in new ways never imagined before.
And when you think about today, you really think about 21st century skills, careers, and jobs.
We're going to be changing our industry. It's cool that we're going to be able to do that right from Lethbridge, Alberta.
I'm more excited to see how this university evolves in the next decade and every year.
The new science and academic building is going to be able to increase the number of youth that we're going to be able to reach.
If we can make a positive impact, it can only be a good thing for our society.
Curiosity and facing these challenges to improve our human society, to do something beneficial to humankind, to do something useful.
Like I just love the university. Now I can have hope. 3-4 years ago, before moving here, I was too scared to have hope. Here, it's like, no, you're allowed to have hope. Like, you're allowed to have dreams. Ending up here was probably the best thing that will ever happen to me.
Yes, it's a very attractive video actually on University of Lethbridge. Vidhi, actually, first of all, actually, I already have mentioned something during the starting of my live session, that people always they look for the success, right? They want to be successful in their life, but sometimes we don't move as per our passion, as per our where I have talent, why I have the capacity for doing the things. That's very important, that we forgot to discover ourselves, that actually in which part I am better. Sometimes I am good in fashion designing, but I am learning some other things. So sometimes I am good in filmmaking, or I am good in some other creative parts, but I am doing some other things. So end of the day, I'm not successful. End of the day, I don't feel that I'm successful. So that's the very important thing, that first of all, we need to discover the things that we have in ourselves. That's important. And Canada always such a platform that every courses they have, most of the courses they have, what you would like to become. Like if you want to become a painter, you can go for that. If you would like to become a fashion designer, you can go for that. If you would like to become a scientist, you can do that. So the resources are available, the universities are supporting, everything is very fantastic in Canada. So would you please say something about something more about Canada, why people should consider Canada as their first destination of study?
Definitely, Sayed. I think you have covered most of the important points. Studying in Canada is one of the very good opportunities for students nowadays. Firstly, what students look around is for safety. So one of the safest one of the places wherein you can spend your life and have a good lifestyle is one of the choices wherein students put an effort is Canada. So it's a popular destination among students, and it is very warm, welcoming place wherein students can have and pursue their passion, and side by side they can also do some work, and without leaving anything behind. They can have the best of everything in hand. So that's where I feel that students have an opportunity to come and study in Canada, to live in Canada. It's a place to be, and definitely they can give it a lively start if they start from a public institution and have a degree in hand that gives them an edge above the others. So why not?
Exactly. And of course, Canada is an English speaking country, one of the largest country in the world, and definitely they have massive space. And that there are few provinces, all provinces are bigger. I mean, Canada is said actually the country of opportunities. People can study there, people can work there, and after the study, after work, they can go for settlement. That's the beauty of Canadian education. So let's talk about the your province. That you know that in Canada there are 10 provinces like Ontario, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, Quebec, and Alberta is one of them. So would you please tell something about Alberta and how the province is and why people should choose Alberta as their study destination, not other province?
Definitely, Sayed. I know that amongst the students, provinces like Ontario and British Columbia are one of the popular choices for students. But definitely, Alberta has been, an upcoming market for students. In terms of providing world-class education, there are so many wonderful and top-ranked universities that are situated in the province of Alberta. In terms of size, it's a big province, and very popular places like Edmonton, Calgary, Lethbridge are one of the few cities that are one of the most popular ones. In terms of coming to Lethbridge, Lethbridge is a small city, um, not too big in terms of population. The cost of living is effective. Alberta as a province has a lot to offer to its students, be it in terms of opportunities and study option, work option, or for that matter, staying back in Canada. It's a very good opportunity for students to look up to Alberta as a province. And definitely, it is not as saturated as other provinces. So definitely, students have an opportunity to look out for opportunities in terms of staying back in Alberta.
Exactly. And people are saying that Alberta is too much cold. What do you say about it?
No, that's wrong. It's really wrong to say that it only snows in Canada. It snows like everywhere in Canada, and people I think have this perception that it's really cold in Alberta. It is not the case. So
How is the weather of winter season in Alberta?
so it,
How is
it
the
does
temperature?
it does get cold, it does snow, but let me tell you, in the city of Lethbridge, we have this effect which is called the Chinook Winds. So these are the westerly winds which actually Chinook winds means snow eaters. So when these Chinook winds blow, the temperature goes down by many folds. So if it is minus 10 or 15, it comes down to 0. So you can imagine, so it doesn't get too cold due to the Chinook effect.
Okay.
So this is a pretty perception amongst the people to, that it's too cold in Alberta.
Exactly. Vidhi, we just need to know about that. How many students are studying in University of Lethbridge, and how many of them are international students? And do you have any Bangladeshi students over there?
Oh, definitely. We have quite a few Bangladeshi students at the University of Lethbridge. Definitely, I would be, if there are students who wish to connect with students who are already there, I would love to share, I would be there to share information about them. And so that they can connect directly with those students so that they can make them comfortable about, because students actually feel really comfortable if they speak to their peers, because they know that you and me, we are definitely going to talk about, all the good stuff. But they think that the proper information is going to come by their peers. So I would be happy to share information with students who are already there from their city, from their country. So definitely we have Bangladeshi students.
Exactly. So we'll have a video of our international students. They shared their experience in University of Lethbridge. We'll have that video very soon. But before that, we need to know that how far it is from, because the Edmonton is the capital of Alberta, and there is another most commercial city in Alberta, which is Calgary. So how far it is from Calgary, and how far it is from Edmonton, the city of Lethbridge?
Sure. So, the city of Lethbridge is basically located down south. So we are very close to the US borders. We are just an hour drive away from the US borders. 2 hours drive to the city of Calgary, and Edmonton is a bit far because it is up north. So 5 hours drive is what it takes to be at Edmonton.
Okay. So dear viewers, yes, dear viewers, we have a video of international students who are studying there. So including a Bangladeshi student. So let's have the video. Okay.
Definitely.
It's a really peaceful place. I don't want to go to some very noisy cities. That's too busy. I'm from a city with more than 8 million people. Every day is so busy, so noisy. I want to find a place which I can enjoy my life.
They organize so many programs to know everything. Like, this is the first time I'm here in Canada, so it was very helpful for me. I believe for every single international student.
Canadian people are so friendly. And for example, Italy is a nice country, but people are not so friendly as Canadian people. And I really love that, because being with people is what makes a person happy the most.
The people here are really kind, and there are a lot of exchange students and international students, so I get to meet many people from around the world.
I see this chance like an opportunity to exchange ideas and open my mind.
I get to know myself a little bit more, and it's very important that managers are aware of the way of being and of treating other people and develop even better their interpersonal skills.
We've learned how to communicate properly, how to get from people what I want and what I need.
We do a lot of teamwork, like group projects and stuff, so you really learn how to work in groups.
I really like the courses. They're not too big, there are not too many people in it, so you have a good learning experience if you're not 100 people in a room.
It's a great opportunity to learn more about business, North American business, and global business, and new culture.
I decided it's a great place to be, and actually I have to say right now, after being here for 4 years, that it was one of the best choices I have ever made in my life.
It's just a few experience of some international students. So Vidhi, now we need to know about the courses you're offering. Because we know that we will be discussing today mostly on undergrad programs. So could you please tell something about what are the programs do you offer in your undergrad level, and which are the most popular programs in Lethbridge, and how about the duration of all those programs?
Thank you, Sayed, for the question. Um, for now, I'm just promoting undergrad 4-year bachelor's degree, and we also have an option of doing a second bachelor's degree. I would come to the second bachelor's at a later stage, but definitely I will speak about the undergrad postgrad, undergrad bachelor's degree for a duration of 4 years. So we have a lot of options to offer our students. We have like more than 150 programs with us, from which the student has an opportunity to choose whichever program they wish to complete with us. Um, from be it we have different faculties, so we have faculty of fine arts, health sciences, management, nursing, fine arts. So all these faculties are available, which offer a wide variety of programs. So to push across a few of the popular programs that the students are most keen to go for under the arts would be English, sociology, psychology, kinesiology. Under management, which is one of the most popular choices amongst the student, would be accounting, finance, economics, computer science, marketing, international business, HR. So we have, you just name it and we have that with us. Also, I would like to give a special mention to our School of Business. It is called Dillon School of Business. That's the name of our business school. It is one of the most popular business schools in Western Canada and around the globe. Actually, we are AACSB accredited, which is only given to 6% of the schools around the globe. So the student needs to understand the kind of efforts the School of Business has been putting in to get these accreditation and the kind of reputation we hold. Uh, Also, coming to the post study work opportunities that are offered to students. So for alone, the business school, the employment rate is around 96%, which is really high. So the student need to understand, that the university is putting a lot of effort to maintain those standards, and we are putting in a lot of effort to, make job opportunities available for them post completion of the program. And definitely, our
And
programs.
one more thing that we need to know about, that your every bachelor programs are 4 years course, right? So I mean there are 12 terms around. So how do you have co-op in all your bachelor courses? Do you offer
So
co-op?
definitely, we do offer co-op. So for all the programs that fall under Bachelors of Arts and Management, have a co-op opportunity available for the students. For health sciences program and fine arts program, most of the programs have a lot of practical curriculum along with the study. So they may not get much time to do a co-op, but definitely they'll have on-hand experience of a lot of practical knowledge would be a part of their curriculum.
Okay, so how many terms they could have co-op in 4 years? 2 terms, 3 terms, or how it works actually?
They can have 2 terms. It depends on which program they are taking. Definitely, to be eligible for a co-op program, the student needs to maintain the GPA, because we don't want them to suffer, working and studying. They need to keep a balance for that. So they need to demonstrate those qualities in terms of if they are doing well in their studies, definitely they can go ahead and apply for co-op opportunities.
Okay, and in Lethbridge, because you know that people always look for, I mean, students from South Asia, they always look for a popular city to have some part-time jobs, to have some opportunities, and after graduation, the opportunities. So, how the Lethbridge is? I mean, the Lethbridge city itself a good, I mean, student-friendly city, or how is the opportunities over in Lethbridge?
Definitely, Sayed, you've mentioned it really correctly that it's a very student friendly city. It is not too big as other cities. Um, so the students have an opportunity to know each other, and they have a lot of work opportunities on campus as well as off campus. So since we have a very big campus which is based in 500 acres of land, so we have a lot of part-time work opportunities on campus itself, so the student may not have to go out to work at all. So we have a very huge food court. University of Lethbridge actually preserves art. The reason why all the programs that fall under arts have a co-op opportunity. So definitely we have a lot of opportunity for the students to work on campus at these art galleries. Also, if they are planning to work off campus, we have a lot of art galleries, hotels, motels. I mean, they can definitely go out and look out for these part-time opportunities.
Exactly. So I have came to know about one thing that students of Lethbridge University, they are sometimes going abroad for their study abroad semesters, and they are enjoying. They are sharing the global experience with all the global peoples. Is it like that?
We do have this amazing opportunity wherein the students can go for an exchange program. We have a lot of partner institutions around the globe, so be it Europe, be it America, be it anywhere around the globe, we have an option available for them. So the
Exactly.
students have a lot of variety to choose from actually.
Exactly. So, dear viewers, I definitely will have a video of that very soon. The students are sharing their global experience when they are exchanging their semester. It's a very good option of University of Lethbridge that in University of Lethbridge you can say, exchange your semester to different parts of the world, and you can share, you can gather the global knowledge. So let's have the video of that global experience.
We started in Germany and then we went down to Spain, Ghana, South Africa, Mauritius, India, Vietnam, China, Japan, Hawaii, and the USA. Semester at Sea is a multi-country study abroad program. We started in Germany and literally sailed around the world. When we're traveling from country to country, we take the classes while we're sailing, and then once we arrive at a country, we have 4 to 6 days to just explore and do our own thing. The most important lesson that I learned from Semester at Sea was how small we are in a world and how much there is to experience, but also what a big difference that we're able to make. It was crazy. Every time I go to a new place, I get so many different perspectives from people, and I get to learn so much. Semester at Sea for me was the most incredible experience I've ever had. One of my favorite things was how close I became with the other students and staff members on the ship, and now I can say that I have family all around the world. The University of Lethbridge offered me the opportunity to take international exchanges. There were so many times when I was just walking around and I was like, wow, this is what I've seen in a textbook, and I'm getting to see it in real life. If you ever get the opportunity to go on a study abroad program, do it. If I could do it all again, I would go back in a heartbeat. My semester at sea was absolutely life-changing, probably the best experience I'll ever have in my life. So I think my desire to learn more about the world and more cultures makes me shy.
Yes, it's a video of outside the classroom, what you are what the people are doing in Lethbridge. So that's a very important thing, because traveling the world, it's not just a traveling, it's an experience. It's an experience of your life. I mean, real life experience, real time experience, and it could be, that it could help you. It could help you in your career as well, because traveling is always think it's an experience. So, Vidhi, uh, we already have learned about the programs of Lethbridge, definitely, but now we need to know about the entry requirements. What are the intakes do you offer? And of course, after that, we'll go for the part of tuition fees.
Definitely. So our programs, which are 4-year bachelor's degree. So we have at the University of Lethbridge, we have 2 intakes, which is September and January. Most of the programs are available in the September intake, and quite a few of the programs are available for the January intake. Coming to the requirements, now that we require, if you're applying after grade 12, we need a minimum of, if you've taken up GCSE or HSC exams, so you need to have a minimum GPA of 3.0 out of 5, and you need to have an IELTS score of 6 overall with no band below 6. With the ongoing situation, we are aware that students are unable to complete their exams, and they are unable to take the English proficiency exams. So please do not worry. You can still make an application and get a conditional offer from the University of Lethbridge.
Exactly. So, so far I can see that you are asking for IELTS 6, overall 6, and overall less than 6. It's quite flexible because most of the universities they are asking for overall 6.5. And as you know that the students are unable to go for IELTS at this moment because all test centers are closed. They are enjoying the lockdown situation. Even we are also enjoying the lockdown. Home quarantine we are enjoying. So I mean, in that case, are you accepting Duolingo, which is the most popular brand, thing nowadays? Became
Definitely,
Duolingo.
definitely. We are
Okay.
just following the herd, and we are making things available for our students as much as possible. So we have extended our deadlines. There is an option for students to defer the admission. Definitely, we are accepting Duolingo as an English proficiency test. So, like it has to be equivalent to a 6, which comes to 105 overall. So students who are
105.
yeah, that's the minimum requirement.
Okay, and dear students, just you need to take this matter seriously because sometimes you already have done IELTS preparation, but because of the lockdown, you're not able to attend attend the test center to give the exam of IELTS or TOEFL anything. But now the Duolingo test has come to solve your problem, so you can do it from your home itself if you just have a laptop or computer or webcam or the instrument that you need actually for giving the exam. So definitely you can do Duolingo test, and the fees is very low, like only $50, 50 US dollar, and you can do it from your home, and you can get the result within 4 to 5 days. So it's a very easy process, and most of the Canadian public institutions they're accepting, including University of Lethbridge, they're accepting Duolingo, and other universities they are asking for 110 or 115, but yeah, Lethbridge is asking 105. So it's a very good option for you. So don't make any delay to apply for September. And prominent consultant is the authorized representative of University of Lethbridge, and definitely will take care of your matter. And Vidhi is also a very good person. She is very kind, so she will be helping you in every part of your application. So don't worry about that. Just be with us and be positive and try to apply to Lethbridge as quick as possible. So Vidhi, I mean, mm, actually, people are considering Canada sometimes because of the cities, because of the fees, because of the scholarship. So could you please tell something about your tuition fees structure and how students can pay their tuition fees? What are the installment policies, and of course about the scholarship? What kind of opportunity you have?
Definitely, Sayed. So, when it comes to ranking, we are a fairly ranked university. We rank second in terms of undergrad research category, and we rank fifth amongst the McLean's ranking 2020. Now, you must be wondering why I started with the ranking. So, let me tell the students that they have a very good opportunity to study at a world very good ranking university, which is a public institution in Canada, and the fee for our institution for a year would be only around 20,000 Canadian dollars. So you can imagine the kind of world class education we are making available at a very lower cost as compared to any of the other institutions. Coming to um, what else? So scholarships, yes, definitely. So scholarships is something that students look forward to as a support, you know, from the university. So definitely, we offer a lot of scholarships. We have like more than 500 scholarships available with us, which vary from 500 to 5,000 Canadian dollars. To make an application, you just need to visit our website and put up your application. You need to follow the deadlines, definitely, and also keep in touch with your counselors at Prominent. They would guide you at every step with making the application to applying for the scholarship to the visa process. So please stay in touch with your counselor guide.
This is tuition fees. How much? Around 18,000.
20,000 Canadian dollars.
20,000.
Yeah.
So entrance scholarship, it's coming. How much? I mean, entrance scholarship.
So we do have a few scholarship options based on their grade 12, 11 scores as well. So those vary from around 800 to 1,000 Canadian dollars.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's very low. I think it's not so high.
It
I
is
think
low. It's not too
1,000.
much, but let me tell you, the tuition fee is also not too much. So let the students explore the opportunity. Definitely, they would not regret coming to Lethbridge. Also, the minimum fee for the living cost is not too much. It varies from 1,000 to 1,500 Canadian dollars, and you have an opportunity to stay on campus. The residence and the meals are a part of
We
it.
will, Vidhi, we'll talk about the accommodation part, but before that, we will have a video. We'll have a
Sure.
video how the scholarship is helping students in Lethbridge. Okay, so let's have the video.
Sure.
My parents immigrated to Lethbridge about 20 years ago. They thought that there would be better job opportunities here in Canada. Going to university was important to me because ever since I was a little kid, my parents have always been pushing me to try my hardest and go to school and be able to get an education. That way I can go and get a good job and have a better future.
And then what you're looking at is
I changed my major from math to applied statistics because in my second year, I took my first statistics class and I absolutely loved it. I realized that I really liked applications of math more than just math itself. I'm so lucky to have received all the scholarships that I have. They have really helped me financially throughout my degree. So being able to have these scholarships, I don't have to worry too much about having to work part-time or where I'm going to pay for my tuition. That way I'm able to focus more on my studying. Once I graduate, I hope to find a job where I am able to use all the skills and the techniques that I've learned my time here at the University of Lethbridge. I would recommend U Lethbridge to other people because of our small class sizes here at the university. Honestly, it makes the professors more approachable, and I never hesitate to go speak to a professor about a class or about a subject that I don't understand. And that's something that you might not be able to achieve at larger institutions.
Yes, it's a student story, and how the scholarship is helped her to grow with the Lethbridge. So
There, did you notice? Sorry for interrupting, but did you
no
notice all
problem.
the students mentioned one thing which is really important, that the class size is not too big. All the students are known by the teacher by name, so the kind of one-to-one, personalized session they can have with the teacher is something that is not available at a bigger institution. So something that should be a point of consideration amongst the students.
The thing is that when because we have studied in South Asia region, I mean, so in a classroom there are hundred of students, and if we are sometimes that in my university life also I was sleeping at the behind of the classroom, and
And the
when teacher is coming. And when teacher is coming and when he's going, I could not recognize, because after 1 hour when I woke up, then I can see the teacher has already left the classes. And so this is happening because the teachers could not find that who is sleeping or who is not, and who is concentrating on the classes. So that's the problem of big size classes. But after that, I mean, when the exams are coming, I used to be very serious, and I took all the notes from my friends and everything what you have learned, and after that I got distinction. So then the teacher was very happy. Okay, if you are sleeping also, but your result is good. Anyway, so smaller size classroom is always better, because the student and teacher, they should have very close interaction. They can know each other, and also the professor also comes to know that which student is weak, which students is weak in which part. So it's a very important thing. The small class size is always better. So I would like to request you that if you study in mid-level universities in Canada, like University of Lethbridge, definitely you will have a small class size, and you can enjoy. You can, and their teachers are not like that their teachers are very friendly, very welcoming, very helpful, very cooperative. So they will cooperate you. Even if you are weak also, if you are not, if you can understand, they will not leave you. They will be with you to improve yourself. So that's the beauty of Canadian education. So Vidhi, we just need to know about your accommodation process, accommodation costing. How do you provide the accommodation? What kind of categories you have? And what is the average living expenses in Lethbridge?
Definitely say it. So, living cost actually varies between, you know, between 800 to 1500 Canadian dollars a month. This might look a little expensive initially because we highly recommend the students to stay on campus for the first year at least. Because we understand that the student has come to study to a new place, to a new university, and it takes them some time for them to acclimate to the climate, to the place, and get used to it. So it is better that they stay on campus so that they don't worry about three things. So they don't have to worry about where to stay. They don't have to worry about where will they eat because a meal plan is a part of the residence, and they don't have to worry about how to commute to the university. So very
But
easily.
one thing, with it, so sorry to interrupt you, but just informal thing, like that from Bangladesh, when people are going, they are used to look for that rice, fish, and all these things. And when they go to some countries like Europe and Canada, so if they don't don't get the rice, fish, something like that, they feel very upset. Though you have a meal plan, but how do you maintain this meal plan according to the Indian cuisine, or South Asian cuisine, or European cuisine? What kind of meals actually do they plan?
So actually, Sayed, it is difficult because to please everybody. But let me tell you, we have non-veg options available for students, and definitely rice and fish and chicken are few of my favorite cuisines as well. So you would love to know we have a very popular cafe in the food court, which is by the name of Bachelor. So you find chicken and rice over there, and let me tell you, it will remind you of the flavors at home. So definitely the student can look out to visit the Badshah Cafe.
Wow, great.
Yeah, and
Okay.
as per the meal plans are included, so you get a breakfast which is generic, and there's a pantry. So in case the student wishes to cook something of their choice, they have an option to do that as well. So they don't have to worry and depend on whatever has been provided. They have to stick to it. Definitely you can cook your own food, and you have an option to do that. So pantry is very upgraded facility in terms of they can cook their own food. Then they have a lounge, they have chips, chocolates, and everything available at all the floors at the campus where the accommodations are, and they don't have to go too far. So the accommodations are very close to the university. So they just have to walk in and around the building, and they are there.
Exactly, and what Viri said actually, dear students, that sometimes when we are talking about the hostel accommodation or the university accommodation, you always tell me that no, I will stay with my friends, I will find myself, because when we are talking about the hostel, you feel that maybe we are earning some money from the hostel because you are misunderstanding us. But the thing is not like that. Actually, hostel and accommodation of university is very safer at the beginning, because you know that if you don't have any friends over there, if you cannot manage your accommodations after arrival, you need to find out some hotel to stay over there, and per night you have to spend 200 to 250, or I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe $300 per night. But in if you arrange the hostel, if you get the hostel before you arrive, so immediately you will be picked up by the university. They also have, I believe they also have their airport pickup service, and you will be picked up from airport, and you will be brought away from airport to university, and you will find your room ready with everything. So it's a very good thing. After 1 year, when you mix up with the people, you will be mixing up with Indian people, you will mix up with people from Europe, from Africa, from other countries. So if you have some good friends, good company, so then you can change your accommodation from hostel to your own arrangement. But the thing is that first time it's better always to get the university accommodation, as they have fantastic university hostel system and everything, so you can think for it. And how is the average cost, including food and rent and everything, per
So
month?
yeah, so it basically depends on where and what kind of room the student has chosen. So that defines the amount of money they have to shell out. So if they go for a single room, then it's going to cost more. If they take it on sharing basis, the price comes down because it is shared amongst the other students. So that's why we give a range from between 1500 Canadian dollars a month. So it depends on where the student stays and how.
$800 minimum. It's including the meal as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a very that very affordable option because $800. I mean, it's a very cheaper option.
Staying
So
on
definitely
campus.
students, no doubt you can choose Lethbridge because of the affordable budget, affordable fees, and affordable living expense as well. So Vidhi, finally, that we need to know about your application process. What is the application process of University of Lethbridge, and what Prominent can do for them?
Definitely, Sayed. So this is the most important part, I would say. So students who are keen on making the application to University of Lethbridge, definitely first thing you have to choose a program along with the help of your counselor at Prominent Consultants. So they will help you from the scratch in terms of finalizing your choice of program, choice of institution, and if you choose University of Lethbridge, definitely the counselor will help you make an application with us. There's an application fee as well if you wish to apply to University of Lethbridge, which is $140 Canadian dollars. So with $140, you can make an application to University of Lethbridge. With rest of the procedure of making the application, your counselor at Prominent will help you.
Exactly, and we'll be happy to process your application. Definitely, as we are working with so many Canadian universities, we are really truly. I'm not saying extra thing. I mean we are really truly experienced, and you will feel comfortable with Prominent without any doubt. We won't make you disappointed. Okay, so feel free to connect with Prominent, and I myself is there. Our counselor Shammi is there. Tamanna is there. Every people are very fantastic. They are very cooperative, so they will help you regarding every matters of your application. So, Vidhi, we will have another video of Lethbridge. So let's have the video.
So I was originally interested in working in Dr. Russell's lab after I had him as a professor for Biology 2000. I also knew a few students who had gone through and worked in his lab, and they said that they had a good experience working here. I decided to come and work in Dr. Russell's lab, and so far it has been a great experience. Currently, I'm working on a project in Dr. Tony Russell's lab with a small organism known as Euglena. The goal of the project is to learn more about how Euglena regulates its genes, and I'm using both a computational analysis and biochemical analysis approach to find this. One thing that I find very interesting about this project is that some of the work I'm doing isn't being done anywhere else. The Research Internship Concentration is a program for undergraduate students in biology, and it allows them to experience what it's truly like to be a researcher in biology. It exposes you to more lab experience that you might not get otherwise, and I think that it's something that has truly benefited me during my undergraduate degree so far. My advice for students coming to U Lethbridge would be to get to know your professors, take advantage of their office hours, and build relationships with them because they can provide you with many great opportunities. So outside of the classroom and working in the lab, I like to play sports. I played on a couple intramural sports teams at the university here. I played both basketball and hockey. I also like to golf with my friends and play baseball. I'm shining when I'm solving challenging problems, whether that be in the classroom, in the lab, or in life.
Yes, Vidhi. Actually, at this moment, we are passing a very tough time because of COVID-19, and people are upset. People are in panic. People are, that disappointed as well. People are afraid of the future things, that what's gonna be happen in their life, and how they can enroll in Canadian universities. They already are preparing for IELTS. They already have IELTS score, but they are not feeling comfortable, not feeling confidence to apply to a Canadian universities because of this situation. Parents are thinking about uncertainty, and people all are in upset. They are upset actually. So how the Lethbridge is maintaining the enrollment process, how they will maintain the enrollment process for coming fall intake if students cannot fly?
Definitely, Sayed. It's a hard time for all of us. And keeping the situation in mind, University of Lethbridge is taken a few steps, to make a bit of information and making it a bit comfortable for students to understand how the university would operate for September intake. So definitely we are open for applications for September intake. It is very recently been announced that we would be conducting our September intake virtually. So students should be prepared if they wish to make an application and they are not comfortable in coming to and traveling to Canada, which is totally understandable because we are not too sure how the air travel would happen, how the visa process will take place, how would you be providing us with all your documents on a timely manner. So it is all understandable. So we have decided to push across our September intake through online mode of conduct. Um, Coming to the upcoming intakes, which is January 21 and September 21, definitely if things get better, we are looking forward to welcome you in person. And we have made all the changes and made all the facilities available in advance. So if things get better, we are very prepared to welcome you in person. If not, then we have all the ways in promoting our intake virtually for September intake. The classes would be conducted. Also, you might have heard this in the news that your post-study work permit would not be affected. So
Exactly.
definitely, you can do at least one semester sitting in your home in your home country, and your study and your work permit would not be affected. So definitely, it's one of the positive sides that we see that and whenever things get better, definitely you can travel and attend the classes in person.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your nice explanation. So, dear viewers, that sometimes you are saying that if I do online classes, I am paying the same amount, so I cannot fly, but I'm paying the same amount. Why should I do online classes? But the thing is that things are same actually. If you do it virtually and if you do it in person, the things are same because you will be getting the same work opportunity. You will be getting the same post study work permit. You will be getting to apply the same opportunity for PR. The advantage you will be getting that you are like saving your money for living expenses because as Vidhi said that per month at least you have to spend 800 to $1,000 for per month for your living. So if you do your one semester classes in your home,
Your home country, yeah.
having homely food with your desired meal, so you can do it your study in your home and not every day, maybe 2 3 days or 4 days with the 3 4 hours evening time classes. So what will happen, you know that you are saving your living expenses like $1,000 if you can save every month, so it is coming around 6 to 5,000, 5 to 6,000 Canadian dollar for one semester, and this amount can be adjusted to your next semester tuition fees. So think positively in that way. In that way because in Canada definitely when you go in Canada, so after 1 to 2 months you will be looking for part-time job, but in Bangladesh why you are looking for part-time job to maintain yourself, to maintain your personal cost, right? So in if you study in home, you don't need to do any part-time job because you don't have any expenses because your father will bear your all expenses when you'll be in home. So just be relaxed, do your classes from home, and it is a great opportunity. It's a new experience because now the world became virtual. You cannot do anything, we cannot do anything because even the leaders, President Trump and big leaders also, they are now doing all the virtual things. So we are also a part of global, and we are also the global citizen. We have to follow the way the world is going. So now everything is virtual, so try to adjust with the present situation of uh, the COVID-19 and the present situation of the world. So, Vidhi, actually, my interview session is over. So, if you would like to ask any question to me, anything, if you would like to ask any interview you would like to take, so you can take.
No, Sayed, I am not taking your interview. I'm just, you're looking forward for next time. I'm definitely gonna go out with you to have a biryani. That's what I'm looking for.
Biryani. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. You had biryani, no? In Dhaka when you came, you had biryani last time. I had a
no, I did not
I
actually.
Oh, oh, oh my
I
God!
missed it because it was a very
I think I got burger, something like that from KFC.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So next time we'll have very good mutton biryani, which is
Then
very famous in our beside our office. There is a kitchen, I mean restaurant called Salam Kitchen. Their kachi biryani is very fantastic. The mutton biryani will have it, no problem. So
definitely.
you don't have any question. I mean, don't have any question to me, really.
What new plans do you have, Sayed? I got a hint that you're planning something new for us and for prominent consultants actually.
Yes,
So
prominent actually is having some new plan, who is coming with some new plans, but it's very secret. I don't want to open it in on Facebook Live because you know that every company they have some secret policies, secret plans. So I would like, no, I don't want to share with everyone at this moment until and unless it is successful. So, but yes, prominent is always positive. Prominent is always boosting up the students. Prominent is at least you know that there is no guarantee of a life. Anytime, any day, any time we may leave the world, but until and unless we are here in the world, every second, every moment we should enjoy. We should positively enjoy our every second of our life. That's how I believe. That's how I actually do the things in my life. That's the prominent beliefs in that way. So we are always working from home. Our counselors are very active. They are trying to get some applications. They are motivating students positively. That's how we are working.
definitely. So communication is one of the important things, and I think you are doing
Engagement.
a very good job in making all the information available for all the students across Bangladesh. To keep them updated about what universities have an offer for them.
Exactly. And thank you so much, Vidhi. We are just end of the live session. If you would like to share anything, any last thing you want to share to our viewers, you can say.
I would just say that Eid is just round the corner. So wishing all the viewers a very happy Eid in advance. And definitely, I just got to hear that there was a, really bad, weather.
Cyclone.
Yes, cyclone.
But we are lucky. We are lucky. Maybe it has already passed away, but
Yes.
without too much sufferings. So,
Yeah, so I don't know. God has probably not looking at its kids around the world. He's just testing us really hard. With starting with the COVID situation and now the cyclone, and I don't know what all we still have to look, throughout our lifetime. But please stay home, stay safe, and do not give up on any hopes of any dreams and any hopes that you have. Do not give up on them. uh, this too shall pass, and definitely we would be living the way we were actually. So all the best everybody, and please keep in touch with prominent consultant if you have any dreams and any hopes of studying abroad. This is the place to be.
wow, what a conclusion. Thank you so much. So, dear viewers, I won't elaborate it. I'm so tired because I have another live session in the evening. So, thank you so much for watching this live video. This live video will be in our timeline and in our YouTube channel as well. And whenever you require, whenever you want to watch this video, you can do that. And of course, prominent consultant is with you because though we are not doing office in person, but we are active on our Skype, on our WhatsApp, on our Facebook, and every platform of prominent has. So be with us, keep contact with us, and we'll be helping you in every matters of your applications to Canada. So thank you so much once again for joining, Vidhi. Also thank you so much for your wonderful time with prominent, and you are so nice that you are always so nice to prominent. You are always being nice to prominent always, and we actually we had started the collaboration not so early, not just few months before we have started the collaboration with Lethbridge, but definitely we had a great bonding with you already. So definitely it will continue, and we'll try to do our best for making applications for University of Lethbridge, will inspire students for University of Lethbridge. So thank you once again, Vidhi. You be there. Don't leave the studio. I'll be connecting you very soon again. So dear viewers, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay in home, and take care. And advance Eid Mubarak as well. Though we have another live tomorrow also we have live. So definitely advance Eid Mubarak as well, and Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you so much.